In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this piece of art here using some perspective in Photoshop. So to start off, let's just make a new document and make it web document and choose web most common for the size. And then up on the top right under preset details, go ahead and name the file. So I'm going to put my name dash perspective. And then you can leave all the other settings default and say create. Okay, so when we get our artboard, the first thing I want you to do is turn on a grid. So go to View, Show, and choose Grid. All right, so now you can see these little gray lines. It'll be our grid. Now we want to edit that, and so go to Preferences. On Windows, Preferences is in the Edit menu. On my Mac, it's different, but you can press Control K, and it will take you to that panel. And then choose Guides, Grid, and Slices. And then where it says grid, I want you to put 64 pixels, every grid line 64, make it a dotted line like this or a dashed line, and then make the subdivisions 1. You can just leave any color right there for the grid color and then press OK. Mine was already set to that, but I want you to set yours to that too. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is open up this file, and I will give you all these files to build this with, and choose the white brick wall. And then we're going to do Control A and Control C to select it and copy it, and then Control V to paste, and Control T to transform. Make sure you hold the Shift key while you're transforming it so that you don't warp the image. Go ahead and make this wall just a little more than 5 boxes tall, so it's just over the 5th box. Press check mark. Now get your rectangular marquee and just drag a box so that the very top of that box is resting on the last grid line, and then press delete. And now your brick wall is exactly 5 of those boxes tall. Now let's go to open. We're going to open up another brick wall. Get this darker colored one. Select all, Control A, Control C to copy, and Control V to paste, Control T to transform. Hold the Shift key while you're sizing it so that you don't warp your image, and make the left side line up with the other one. Okay, so that they're the same height and on that edge of that line. And then I want you to hold the Control key, and when you do hold the Control key, you'll see that little white triangle appear on the corner. I want you to click on the corner point and drag it. And when you're holding the Control key, it makes the perspective change so that you can change just one point at a time instead of the whole image. So I want you to drag those 2 corners on the right hand side of it so that it's like 1 box up and 1 box down, and it's taking up like 3 boxes wide. And you'll see it gives it a perspective, so it looks like the wall is going away from you. So I'm just continuing to hold my Control key while I just edit this to fit my guidelines and my grid, and then press check mark when I'm done. Alright, now you can already see it's starting to look like we have some depth in our picture. I want you to hold the Shift key and click on both of those layers so that you have both of them selected. Shift click on both, then go up to Layer and choose Group Layers. That way we can have this whole wall that we made over here in one folder. You can open it by clicking that little triangle next to the folder. Let's go ahead and right click on there and name it Left Wall. So now we have a folder with those 2 pieces making up the left wall. I'm going to scoot it over a little bit to the left. And now I want to copy that group of layers. Wait, first let me crop. So let's get the crop tool out. I want you to crop your image so that that grid line is not, so that it's even there. So just crop a little bit off your image with the crop tool and then press enter when you have it cropped, and then just select the move tool to get out of the crop mode. Alright, now we're going to copy this folder. So click on the left wall folder with both of those things in it and go up to Layer, Duplicate Group. and just call this one right wall. Press OK. So now you see we have two copies of it. They're on top of each other now, so we're going to move the right wall. So go to Edit, Transform, and choose Flip Horizontal. And now just click that folder and drag it all the way over to the right hand side. And let's position it right there. And I'll give you a little chart to make sure you're in the same place. I'm going to move this one over. I want to have 5 boxes in the very center. 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see this. I have 5 boxes across, 5 boxes down. My gray wall, or the darker bricks, are 3 blocks going to the right and then 3 blocks down. And then I just have 5 blocks in between each wall.